Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am telling you a story about an orphan boy. So let's start. The 27th story of Oliver Twist, The Dream Interrupted. It was too much happiness to bear. Oliver went out and gathered beautiful flowers for decorating the sick chamber. As he walked towards home, Mr. Giles, accompanied by Mr. Harry Maylie, in a post chaise stopped by him. They sent the luggage with the postboy and walked at leisure with Oliver towards home. Mr. Maylie looked just like his mother. Mrs. Maylie was anxiously waiting for her son. They were greatly emotional. Mother, whispered the young man, why did you not write before? I did, said Mrs. Maylie, but I determined to keep back the letter until I heard Mrs. Losburn's opinion. This is unkind, mother, said Harry. I truly love her and will wait for her. But Rose's history and knowledge of her doubtful birth may impact her decision, said Mrs. Maylie. What do you mean? That I leave you to discover, replied Mrs. Maylie. I must go back to her. God bless you. And tell her how anxious I have been and how much I have suffered and how long I see her. The doctor awarded Giles £25 for his gallant behaviour on the occasion of that attempted robbery. Harry Maylie and Oliver gathered and arranged flowers tastefully every morning. Rose was rapidly recovering. One evening, Oliver sat at the window of his room at the back of the house, intent upon his books. He gradually began to fall asleep. Suddenly, he felt the air become close and confined, and he thought that he was in the Jew's house again. There sat the hideous old man, pointing at him and whispering to another man, with his face averted, who sat beside him. Shh, my dear, he thought he heard the Jew say, it is he, sure enough, come away. The man seemed to say this with such dreadful hatred that Oliver awoke with the fear and started up. Good heaven, there, at the window, close before him, there stood the Jew, and beside him, white with rage or fear, was the man who had accosted him in the inn yard. It was but an instant, a glance, a flash before his eyes, and they were gone. But they have recognized him, and he them. He stood transfixed for a moment, then leaping from the window into the garden, called loudly for help.